Well, it's fuller than it normally is.
You got your mask.
Yep. Only place basically where you can get meat anymore. And I have a feeling that this meat will be gone soon here too. So it's a family-owned store. It's been in for many, many, many years. I don't know when it started. I think 1930s. And they had the sale. We came in, we came out, and now we're ready to go home. That chicken for 39 cents a pound. We got a case of it, so we got 40 pounds. That is a great deal. So we're really happy with that. Because who knows? It seems like we won't have chicken for that price ever again. So I got enough to can. I'm going to can some of it now and put some of it in the freezer so I can can for it later. But you know what? This trip was worth it. Wow, I'm so glad that everybody told me about it, and I'm glad I came in here because I don't think there's going to be too much of this chicken left. So here we have 40 pounds of chicken. It's 20 pounds in each kettle. I have so many videos on how I can chicken. So I'm just going to share with you at the end of this video all of my tutorials. But all this chicken for 39 cents a pound. Great deal. I'm so glad we went. I added some onions and celery so we have a really good rich broth. And that's the cooking process of it. So what we do is we cook it in water, and when it's really good and tender, we'll take it off the bone, and the water turns into broth, and that's what we can our chicken in. That's a lot of meals for under $15. What I like to use is my broth base. It's MSG free and it is chicken seasoning. So I add about a teaspoon of that per pint jar. It really makes a difference in having a really rich broth. Of course it has a little bit of salt in it, so you really don't need to add any salt. So what you see now is I have my jars with my celery, my carrots, and my chicken. And now we add the broth base. You don't need to add it, but it does make it so much better. Then we're going to add the broth that we cooked the chicken in. And then of course we can it for meats. All meats and all beans are 75 minutes for pints and 90 minutes for quarts. This is a frugal way of canning meat. I do not like canning raw chicken. I just don't like it in the bone. I don't think it looks very nice in the jars. So I will always cook my chicken in water to give it free broth, and then I will use that broth to can the chicken in. This is such a tried and true recipe. Even though it does take a little bit longer, it's so much better than having chicken that's already in the jar that's raw with its bones in it. Now it's a meal ready to eat. Although I don't mention this in most of my videos, you want to debubble. You just put something in the jar and it makes the bubbles come up, and so you add more liquid then. So I do debubble most of my items, and it's really easy. It only takes a couple minutes. And as you can see, it just helps get all the juice to go down to the bottom of the jar. And then of course you have to add more. Like this video, everybody. Take care. Be safe out there, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Woo! We're almost there, and like I said, we're not getting much. I mean, I don't have any meat in my freezer. None. Oh, well, yeah. No, I have some ground beef that I did a video on the other week. We still have some ground beef. But ground beef's really expensive, so it'd be nice to have some chicken so we don't live on that ground beef. Now, we don't eat meat every day, and we don't eat meat...
Oh, I could eat meat every day. If I don't have meat...
You mean red meat.
Then, yeah, then I'm...
No, we don't eat...
I'm not satisfied. Then I'm still hungry.
But...
Then I want to eat junk.
Well, there is no junk either.
No, that's the problem.
But red meat, we probably only eat red meat a few times a week, if that.
I could eat red meat every day. I know maybe it's not good for me, but I crave red meat every day. That's bad, but maybe it's my age. I don't know.
I don't know. But a little bit of chicken. That's all I want. A little bit of chicken. Is that too much to ask, people? A little bit of chicken. It's interesting to see how this video is in the car. So many of these people, they do videos in the car. I've never done a car video. You know that? Do you know in 4 years I have never done a car video where I'm sitting in the car talking? Come to pick that up? Wow, they're not even open. What are they doing with everything?
Stored in the back, I guess.
Huh. Oh, it's fuller than it normally is. Yep. Not just meat, it's all kinds of vegetables, it's everything.
They're plowing the vegetables under.
Well, yeah, they are. The farmer said
Why? Because they don't have processing?
I don't know. Everything. Everything.
You don't give somebody free money for nothing.
Yes, but
there's something behind it. There's a catch to it.
Yes, but it's like I told Misty. I said it don't matter how much money if they give you, if you can't get the food that you need. It doesn't matter how much money they give you. If you can't buy it, man, if you can't buy it, you can't buy it.
Well, Venezuela, it's rationed. You can only go certain times, and then the price is so high, and maybe that's why the government's gonna give us all this money, because they know food's gonna be so high. It's gonna take all the money just to buy food.
I don't know. You know.
I don't know what you're going to do with mortgages and rents. I guess...
you don't have to pay it.
Yeah, I guess you don't have to pay that either.
Well, I'm not sure how this works.
Yeah,
I'm glad I don't own any real estate, though.
Well,
seriously, I'm glad I don't own it.
It's going to get...
I mean, even if they say they're going to reimburse them, I don't know how that is going to work.
It's going to get tricky. How they going to reimburse all these banks for the mortgages? And the thing is, with the banks, a lot of the banks don't even own the mortgage. There's an investor. That money actually goes to investors. It's not like the government can say, okay, here, Wells Fargo, here's your money for all these mortgages, because those mortgages are spread out between all different investors. So they'd have to pay Wells Fargo, and Wells Fargo, I guess, would have to pay the investors. But that's how most of these mortgages aren't owned by the actual banks. They hold the mortgage, but there's actual...